Hello, everyone. Good evening. Um, and welcome to the live stream. Make sure to uh, like the video on your way in. And today we're going to be, and today we're going to be talking about black women hate speech. About I think that black women hate speech has to end. It has to stop because, again, black women are the ones who are being targeted by the anti-black women hate hate speech that's on here. And people will say that black women hate speech doesn't exist. If it doesn't, then why on earth is black femicide the way that it is? And not only that, but you actually have the black men, you know, within the community, a majority of them that blame but the divestors for what happened to Sade Robinson. And again, and not only that, but they legitimately, and I mean this, they legitimately want to destroy the black woman's image. They literally want to do that. Again, it's not all black men, but it's a good majority of them. And right now, I found this channel. His name is well, this popped up in my feed, and right now he is going to he is going to spit some truth out. So, and this one came on my feed, and I think his name is Ricky Manor. Yeah. um I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play. Let me see if I got everything. All right.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Melanated Rebel News Network, broadcasted to you live on my new platform here that I'm going to start doing in these series called Rebel Radio. A little bit different from the podcast platform that I was doing, but I'm going to get back to that more sooner than later. I just decided to try this out for a little bit, going vertical. But yes, who do we got in the room so far? What's up, Stonks and Chumps? Welcome to the room. Let's talk about something real quick, because when I think about what's going on here, in this case, Sade Robinson, a lot of bells started going off for me. Okay. Now, my first time hearing of this case was simply put, it was some red pill content creators saying that she was murdered by her white zaddy. They made it a racial thing when it did not need to be, to the magnitude that they made it. What do I mean by this? Yes, the man who is responsible for her death is a white man. Okay, but you let these red pill guys tell it. These black red pill guys tell it. Well, they will say that she preferred white men. They will call her a divester or whatever. I don't want to do that to her. She deserves more than that. And the one thing that really bothers me the most, especially in this day and age of internet, is everybody feel like they're Dick Tracy. Everybody feels like they're Virgil Tibbs. For you guys who don't know who Virgil Tibbs is, you might want to go check out some classic movies, some Turner Classic Movies, a movie called In the Heat of the Night. Virgil Tibbs was a detective, black detective in a situation. Well, we'll leave that alone for now. We'll just check out the movie In the Heat of the Night. But for them to make it all about race really pisses me off. And the reason why is simple. How do we know that this wasn't a case of human trafficking? Sade Robinson. She goes out with this guy she met on some dating app, right? They go to the seafood restaurant where she wanted to go. This guy was, I believe he was in his 30s, and she's just recently turned 19, if I'm not mistaken. So I take it they had a good time. They went to, or so she thought, they went to the seafood restaurant, then they went to the bar, then they went back to his place. Okay? After the missing report was filed, they found her body parts. They found a leg that belonged to her and a foot. So, with that being said, where's the rest of her body? They said that her car was burnt. They've been in the car, in a burnt vehicle, that they found her phone and some clothes that she was wearing. So this doesn't sound like a regular homicide to me. This sounds more along the lines of human trafficking. And the strange part is, I reported on a case like this not too long ago of a woman by the name of Shanquella Robinson, which I suspected the same thing. So when I bring up human trafficking, it seems to me that Black America.
I know the video is 54 minutes and 23 seconds, so I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward.
Also for you to get off the tracks, because it can't stop on a dime and it can't stop before it hits you. But you would think the train is taking sides with the right-wing white man with the MAGA hat on. These aren't right-wing talking points. This is reality. It's like if I tell you, okay, I'm a right-winger. If you drink poison, it will cause you bodily harm. Is that a right-wing talking point? If you...
Yeah, yes, I can. Hang on a minute. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Yeah, copy link. Okay. I'm about to go ahead and share it in the chat. This right, thank you. There's no rush. All right. This right here is the link to the video. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let him finish real quick. I'm gonna play a little bit more and then I'm gonna move on.
If you drink poison, it will cause you harm. If you smoke cigarettes, it will cause you harm. If you drink alcohol, it will cause you harm. Are those right-wing talking points just because the right winger told you these things? Come on now. I'm really needing people to think critically here. Yeah, I rock a MAGA hat sometimes. But if I wear the MAGA hat and I tell you it's hot outside in the middle of the summer, and it's hot outside in the middle of the summer, is that a right-wing talking point? Or is that something that we can agree on? See, that's why I say I try to reach left wingers in the middle by hitting you with facts. And yeah, we have a lot of black children missing in America. And a lot more black children are going missing than any other race of kids. Then we do have a problem in Black America. Could we agree on that one? Could we agree on that one? If a lot more black children in America are missing than any other race, then we have a problem in Black America. That alone is a big problem in Black America, more than the drugs and the crime and all the other dumb shit that go on. That right there is a problem. Missing black women, missing black children, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And if we refuse to acknowledge that, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. When y'all were out there screaming Black Lives Matter and throwing up your fist in the air and talking about police brutality, but you're not asking yourself if our communities are over-policed, why are so many of our children and our women are missing? Why do we got to wait 48 hours before we can file a missing persons report? I don't think police brutality is as big of a problem as the negligence of what's going on with the missing black women and the black children. I just don't. Does police brutality exist? Well, of course it does. But I refuse to believe that police brutality is a bigger problem than the missing black women and black children. I could go to Walmart down the street from my house across the fucking bridge, right? And see a whole fucking wall full of black children missing. Then I could go to a Walmart that's not even the Walmart market that's probably 4 blocks away from that Walmart supercenter and see a whole new fucking wall of black children missing. Right, P1 Dizzy. Sometimes human trafficking leads to organ trafficking. And I'll just stop there, right? You know where I want to go with this, but I can't. So if I'm seeing all of these black children and black women missing, and a lot of them are young black teenagers, 16, 17 years old, black children that are anywhere between the ages of 8 and 15, black boys in that crowd too, then we got a bigger problem than police brutality. This is what I'm trying to bring attention to. When the whole thing happened with Shaquilla Robinson, was it last year or the year before last? You know what black people were saying? Oh, they were just jealous of her. All the fucking facts that were surrounding that case. Oh, her friends was just jealous of her. All the...
No, I don't agree with what he said about Shaquilla Robinson, but there's still no motive to why the man who did this to Sade Robinson did what he did. Maybe it was a you know, but after hearing that he had a dungeon in his house, I think it's safe to say that yeah, I I don't know.
Or you could get your ass out there and start policing your communities. You can form networks with the other families in your communities, knowing where all of your kids are at one time, knowing whose habits are who. Yeah, you got to be a little bit nosy to do this. Right, Natson. And all they do is come up with fucked up distractions of why they can't do the right thing on, and especially on a case like this. All these fucking distractions. This distraction after distraction. Because having to go out and put in some work is gonna, it takes too much of their own personal sacrifice. We got a problem, Black America. We got a problem with organ harvesting. Yes, we do. And you can try to deny this shit. And you can try to say she was going after her white zaddy because she didn't want to fuck with black men. Well, why should she? Why should she? Why should she? No, I'm asking a serious question here. In this case, when we know we have a bigger problem in America than police brutality and Confederate flags and Confederate statues, why? But the only thing you can hear is a bunch of black men screaming about this shit, and we got something this serious going on. Why should she? And I'm sure that's not probably how she formed her judgment if that's the case. It's like I told Mike the other night, Mike Lewis, our people sometimes become harder to love. Our people becomes harder to love because when you try to tell them something, and I'm not even speaking on politics here, I'm putting my politics aside. But if I'm telling you that there's a pending danger, you motherfuckers will damn come up and say some dumb shit that's just totally distracting. That has nothing to do with it. This is my experience here. The summer of BLM. I'm trying to tell these motherfuckers to go to the state house so we can petition for a hate crime law in the state. These motherfuckers are talking about trying to take down a Confederate general statue. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, goddamn. I'm sitting up here trying to tell y'all motherfuckers to go after tangibles. This is why I connect so well with the new black media, because they try to tell their people to go after tangibles. A lot of you motherfuckers are just happy to see a fucking statue and a t-shirt and a holiday and some white person get online and apologize for what his ancestors done to your ancestors. That ain't solving shit. If they were to take down all the fucking Confederate statues around here in the South and they remove all the rebel flags and make it illegal to fly, what is that going to do to stop these black children from this? Huh? What is it going to do to protect women like this moving forward? Mike Lewis says the priorities are the.
Hey, yes, Asia, he is cooking. He is cooking. Because this was in my notification, this was in my radar, and I'm just now finding out about this video. And you know what? He actually said that the divestors were right. He actually said that. I'm gonna let him cook some more.
Place, we will always be the last people to find out about ourselves through others. Sad. Right. I mean, shit. Do you think that white America will let this shit go on? Now, I'm not saying that there's not white kids on those posters, because there's a good many. But do you think for the most white America would let that shit go on in their community if they saw that was a problem? These motherfuckers would be down grabbing their weapons and they're going to war. You want to talk about hell being raised in the streets? You know why? Because people won't do to you what you don't let them do to you. And a lot of times the shit that we see in Black America is the shit that we let people do to us. Seeing all these kids missing and doing nothing or saying nothing about it, not even damn bringing up organ harvesting whenever the subject comes up, it's stuff that we're letting get done to us. It's stuff that we're letting happen to these children. It's stuff that we're letting happen to these women. So when these damn divestors get online and say that Black men are not building anything, nor are they protecting anyone, then I can't really call those divestors wrong. I wish I could, but I can't. Especially when we have situations like this happen, and the only thing that we can think of is that we're just upset because this beautiful Black woman decided to court a white man. No, it's deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that. So what's going to be the next play here? Huh? I want to know. I dropped so many Easter eggs in this broadcast. I dropped so many fucking Easter eggs for you in this broadcast. I gave you a whole fucking roadmap to work with here. And this is where I reach out to you, Black America. I'm extending my olive branch to you. Do you want to work with me? Because I will be more than happy to organize your communities across this fucking country. Only thing I need is a network to curtail this bullshit, to curtail these children missing in our communities. I'm not here to argue with you or fuss with you or fight with you. This is not political. This is personal for me. So with that being said, I got to get my butt to bed.
All right, and that's the end of the first video. But even he is calling it out. And man, he was cooking. He was. I can think. When he was doing the video, it's like I can feel his anger, because even he is seeing that black women and girls, especially teenagers, are disappearing. Hey, yeah, you're able to join it. Hold on, let me try and put the link into the here's the link, Asia, if you want to come up and give your opinion. And I'm gonna go to another one that I saw. Okay. I don't know if I should show it, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you.
Hey, Alex. Sorry about that.
Hey, Asia, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you did a review on this. I didn't even know about this guy's channel or even know about the video. And he has some. I just took a brief review, like just going through his page. He has some of the videos on there that are pretty cool. that actually point out that talk about a lot of stuff you talk about as well. Do you follow him?
I might have to, because what he's saying is truth. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do it right now. Yep, I'm now following him.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, because I didn't even know the guy that I reviewed, you were subscribed to him. I didn't even know.
Yeah, the man that, it's
Uh-oh, we got somebody in the chat. Maxwell Anderson, that's more than likely a black man.
Yep.
With a white, yeah. They'll trust me, they're on alert right now because they see a lot of this stuff being pushed to the forefront. And the more and more that I do stuff like this, where I make connections and I get with like-minded people and I start sharing their lives, because I'm going to start posting. I just got access to my community tab. I think maybe I got a few, maybe I reached like the view count to where I can have access to it. So I'm going to start posting there too.
Yeah, I'm going to show another video, and to tell you the truth, I didn't know about this case until I started looking. And this right here, this right here is about a black man that did the unthinkable. Hold on, let me go ahead and show you guys.
We're ready for trial. We've got everything we need. The witnesses, we've got everything we need to go to trial as soon as we get it ready. Is that because of the video evidence that's about this case? It's the conglomeration of all evidence we have in this case. There's substantial evidence that we believe we can present. We have the witnesses are all available, and there's going to be a lot of witnesses in this case, and it's so no, it's not just one thing; it's everything. They know it's not ready for trial. There's so many more capital murder cases in this county ready for trial, and there's so much to be done in this case. But that's fine. We'll do what we got to do to make sure his constitutional rights are protected, and he's given due process of law. I'm thinking of taking this as fast as we can get it convicted. So if it's ahead of some other cases, there are some cases that are already set that I know are set for the next couple of terms. But it's gonna be given priority.
And that's not all. And that was Jeremy Williams.
The guy in handcuffs, or the one who was speaking?
The guy that was in handcuffs, and he is charged for the murder of Camry Holland.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday,
and now I'm also showing you the person who decided to sell the girl to him.
Afternoon at around 1 o'clock in Columbus, we were able to arrest Christy Sipple, who is also known as Christy Hoskins. She has been charged with murder during the course of kidnapping.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. It's another bot in the chat.
Of course, they will keep coming. Of course.
Murder during the course of rape. Murder during the course of sodomy, and human trafficking.
Oh my.
She was sent to the court this morning at 9 o'clock. She saw Judge Gray, and he set no bonds on all of her charges. So she will be held at this time in the Russell County Jail under no bond on those 4 charges. We expect that we will also have charges coming for Mr. Williams. We expect in the next couple of days he will be charged with capital murder during the course of kidnapping, capital murder during the course of rape, capital murder during the course of sodomy, production of child pornography. Currently, Mr. Williams is being held in the Russell County Jail under a no bond for capital murder of a person less than 14. So these charges that we anticipate coming in the next few days on him will be an addition to what he is currently in the facility.
Hey, yeah, that was another video that came to my attention. And
wow, I'm disgusted, but I'm not surprised either because, and the funny thing is that they won't circulate a case like that on national news because of the demographics of both parties, both criminals.
Mm-hmm. And this right here is the picture of the little girl that this monster killed, and this monster of a mother decided to sell to him. So,
and you know what's so crazy? I hate to say it, but there are a lot more white women involved in sex trafficking than you think, especially since they tend to have higher positions of power than the average woman.
what? No.
Have you? Yeah. Have you? Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You gonna say something?
No, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. I was just gonna. That's basically it. If you look into the case also with Jeffrey Epstein, they tried to, first of all, they tried to make it like it was solely him until Ghislaine Maxwell got outed. So now that he's dead, they focusing on her. But the thing is, they're trying to go out of their way to basically make her a victim. And what they're not realizing is that Ghislaine Maxwell, I don't even know I don't care if I'm pronouncing her name right. I have zero respect for her. But Ghislaine Maxwell, she had a whole network of people bringing her and Jeffrey Epstein kids. It wasn't just her; it was a whole network of people, and it was a lot of white women. That's the only way they could think about it. How else could a whole group of white girls go missing unless they're already in the company of other white people? Especially go missing at that large rate without anybody knowing about it.
Dang. I'm just now figuring, you know what? You really brought a thought into my mind about that.
Yes, because think about it, as monitored as they are in this system of high surveillance, high military, how can something like that happen if you're the preferred protecting, if you're the one who's in the preference in the protecting department? Because remember, when I reviewed that live on Frank Somerville, when he was talking about the missing Black girls, he mentioned that. He said, well, hold on, y'all don't even go missing that much. And when y'all do, it's usually not, sometimes it's usually like a serial killer situation, but a lot of the times when they go missing, it's within their own communities. It's not like it's some other race of person boogeyman, just because we already know other races of people can't just walk into white communities without really being monitored like that. So how else would this Black man would have had access to her child unless she facilitated it?
Mm-hmm. And I want to show you another video, and this is about a white woman who is she was married to a Black man. He was a Israelite, and I'm gonna let her explain.
Child porn. So I recently did a video on how just a few weeks ago, before my daughter's birthday, my child's father cut my daughter's hair. Just a reminder in case you guys want to go back and watch the video, it's in this playlist, but just a reminder, okay? Just a reminder. So obviously I called child services. Tell me why the New Jersey child services worker, after the judge didn't even see me in court, didn't even let me show him those pictures, denied my emergent order without even seeing the pictures, the proof, nothing. The judge wouldn't even see me. So I was forced to bring my daughter back to her father and tell them that I was.
And we all know that the black male worshiper will always come in the defense of a black man. And you know,
Truth be told, there's a lot going on in that one situation. If you don't mind, I could explain it to you. I can explain it to you all three sides. I could explain where his mother is coming from. I can explain where he's.
Asia, you there?
The streets every single day. Why would a woman like that get with a black Israelite unless there was something about him that preferred her over his own likeness? Think about it. A black Hebrew Israelite, don't they usually preach about how the black man is God and the black man is the seed of the father and all this other shit, and basically downplay black women? She decided to get with a man like that. And I know in the cops' mind, they're thinking the same things because they have to deal with Hebrew Israelites that are walking the streets every day yelling and screaming at people. And usually they're yelling and screaming at black women. So why else would this white chick be with a black Hebrew Israelite unless she thought she was going to be the preferred party and she was going to get treated better?
Actually, I think she explains more on her TikTok. Her TikTok name is Chris K Music 1. She's on TikTok and she explains everything. And you know what? Since black men want to go ahead,
did she also mention like the type of man that he was, as far as like what he was saying? Because the thing is, I keep telling you guys, they'll leave out all of that. A lot of these couples get together knowingly when it's about us, when it's downplaying us. Like at some point, we have to kind of see it for what it is and track patterns. And they only come and outcry outcry against the dude when something happens to them. Or somebody or somebody they love.
Yep, and
as far as that mom, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, as far as that mom, his mom, I don't agree. I'm not defending any of the three, but as far as the mom, as far as you already know, she's more than likely coming from a place of, oh well, you shouldn't have been with that, because if he's a black Hebrew Israelite, it's more than likely that his mom might be one too, or somewhere close to the pro-black end of the spectrum. Especially if you think about the age of what his mom is. Come on, we already know that generation was completely brainwashed, and they had it the worst. So a lot of them are really stuck in that brainwashed mindset from when they grew up, where everything was put on the girls, everything was put on the women, and they just kind of had to accept it. And
I have another video
today, digital evidence
to show as well, because it's funny how they're going to use how they're just gonna use Sade Robinson.
I think her name is Sade. I think it's Sade. I think because it might be pronounced that way.
But yeah, I'm gonna show another video because black men think they're innocent when they're not, because here's the thing, this video
Helped
right here,
investigators find a missing Moore County woman.
and here's another, and James, the dude named James Dunmore will be the man who is charged for doing this, will be in court again on June 10th. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let
Body.
the video play.
The Moore County Sheriff's Office says yesterday wasn't the first time that they had been into the woods in Montgomery County, which is only about 20 minutes away from Alicia Watts' home. WRL's Chelsea Donovan explains what else authorities used to find her. It's a story you'll only see on WRAL.
We still don't know how she died or exactly when she died or the motive behind her death, but we're learning more tonight from Moore County investigators about tools that help lead them to her body. How long do you think her body had been there?
We're suspecting somewhere around the 18th of July.
2 days after Alicia Watts disappeared from James Dunmore's Charlotte home is when investigators believe she was murdered. Do you think she was killed in that area and placed there, or killed somewhere else and placed there?
It's our belief that I think she was killed in that area.
From Sky 5, you can see a cordoned off perimeter deep into thick woods near a cemetery in Montgomery County. Woods Moore County investigators had been searching for well over a month.
Yesterday was conclusion of several searches. We had searched in that area 7 or 8 times, I think. We were kind of following the breadcrumbs, following the evidence.
Investigators say those breadcrumbs, digital evidence that led them to the tiny town of Norman, situated right between Charlotte and Sanford, just miles from Alicia Watts' home.
But it's the back way if you leave in her house.
The sheriff says cadaver dogs help lead them to Watts' body that he says was in plain sight.
Anytime you have a situation like this is the last thing that we pray for. We always pray for the best.
As the remains of Watts were uncovered 39 days after she was last seen, her boyfriend was also arrested and charged in her murder.
He's well deserving of whatever punishment he gets, but I think the higher punishment, the good Lord above is going to take care of that.
James Dunmore is currently in the Montgomery County Jail under no bond. He'll go before a judge for a first court appearance on Monday. Chelsea Donovan, WRAL News, Moore County.
Alicia Watts' body was taken to the medical examiner's office. They will determine the cause of death.
So we're just going to pretend that black men don't do this. Okay, you know what?
Don't even, I'm about to say, don't even get yourself worked up. We know the bullshit.
Yeah, and the main thing of it is that whenever it's a black man who is a victim, they expect everybody to go and march. They expect no victim blame. But when it's a black woman, all of a sudden it's a different story. And and
it's like that. It's not. Yeah. It's like that. Not only in black circle, pro-black circle. It's not like it's only like that in the subject of black circles, but also in the subject of women's circles. We're pretty much systematically excluded from both, and what that means is that essentially the ones who have the most power, is the women who have the most power, and the blacks who have more, and the blacks who have the most power are actually systematically producing this. They're systematically pushing this forward. In other words, what it is in a way, white women and black men have tag team in a way to attack us. And I'm going to do a link to this somewhat. I'm going to try to, I'm putting like a documentary kind of thing together, but it's going to take me some time with all the editing.
Yep, and I'm gonna go back to Ricky Manners channel again because he goes off again, and I'm gonna go ahead and let it play.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Melanated Rebel News Network, broadcasting to you live from the beautiful and historic city of Charleston, South Carolina. I'm your host, the Melanated Rebel, Ricky Manor, and if this is your first time tuning into my channel, please be sure to hit that like button, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and be sure to hit that bell notification so you'll know when I go live or when I upload new content. Also, I want to give a special thanks to Melissa Foster of M Foster Creations, who put our website together here at mrnewsnetwork.com. That's mrnewsnetwork.com, where you can catch my Friday morning rants. Also, I want to thank Ryder Prophet for that cash. That video was not well received by the Dusties of the Red Pill community. Not everybody in the Red Pill community are Dusties, right? So basically, if you look at the comment section of that video on this app here at YouTube, you will see where people were calling me a super simp. What other names that they have?
Oh, we got another bot.
We was warrior.
Yeah, that's a troll. That is a troll.
Dang.
You want? Am I able to block him, or did you want to?
Yeah, you're able to block him if you want to.
Oh, okay. Wait, can I? Let me see.
And for one thing, this life is not about Sade Robinson. This is about Black women hate speech. I do not know what's wrong with your dumb MFers within the Black community. You know what? I'm starting to think that Ricky Manor is right. I'm really starting to think that he's right.
It's ridiculous. They show themselves every single time. And even on such a serious situation where another Black man is calling it out, they'll still find ways to joke and make and troll. So I said, I don't feel bad for any of these guys anymore. I stopped a long time ago, but it's like now when I see situations that they get involved, that happens to them, even if I know for a fact that it's a racial situation, I just don't care. Especially if I know that you weren't, like Alexander, of course, if something happens to you for sure. But guys, on a regular, I just can't.
Yeah, and you know, I can't either, you know. And they done forgot about the freaking title of this live stream.
No, they were just coming to derail. We can get back. Let's get back on track. They were just coming to interrupt. That's it.
All right.
Sam, white knighting for ratchet women. What's up? What's going on, Austin Roberts? They were calling me all kind of names, right? But where in that video, can somebody tell me, where in that video was I caping for ratchet women? Did I appear to be caping for ratchet women in that video? Press 1 in the chat room for yes. Press 2 in the chat room for no. Was I caping for ratchet women? When have
Well,
you ever tuned into my channel and I cape for Ratchet?
They equivalent. Well, you know, a lot of those guys equivalent black women with Ratchet. That's why.
Yeah, but Ricky Manor, he sees the in my book, he sees the difference between, you know, and then we're gonna watch him roast again when he's telling people to stop blaming black women, and then, you know, we'll close out.
Women. I will wait. As a matter of fact, I have certain names that I call ratchet women. And I was not caping for ratchet behavior. What's up, Bernard Saint? How's it going? So basically, the word that I started off with in that video is if. If you are combative and argumentative, then you're no better than the ratchet women that you complain about. What's up, Blue Moon Riders?
I'm glad he said that.
So the problem that I have with the Red Pill community is simply the fan club that turns on their camera and beams their dysfunction into the rest of the world. Now, nobody pays attention to these delusional dusties. Oh, gosh. Here we go. I'm going to say this, and it's going to hurt some feelings. Nobody ever pays these delusional dusties any attention offline, and they can only be heard or seen or taken serious online by other lame dusties. So, one of the lame dusties that saw this video on TikTok, because I upload on both platforms, this guy.
Ew.
This guy. Y'all ready for me to cook this motherfucker or what? If y'all want me to cook this motherfucker, press 1 if you want me to just slightly cook him. Press 2 if you want me to slow cook him. Press 3 if you want me to roast this motherfucker.
Truth be told, he's already roasted.
What's up, Blue Moon Riders? Corey Levine says, why people think the Passport Bros and SYSBM is a part of the manosphere, but they were never a part of it, right? So press 3 if you want me to roast this motherfucker, because I got some of them briskets them fuming right now. I'm going to roast this motherfucker here. See, I thought that the Red Pill community didn't like this type of black men. Yet this guy comes onto my TikTok page and wrote me a novel about black women and calling me a simp in so many words. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with gang culture, can anybody type in the chat room what hand sign that is? We're going to play participation today. Someone type in the chat room what hand sign it is. What gang hand sign it's affiliated with?
Oh, my gosh.
What up, WTF fake news? What hand sign is this? This is, well, I don't expect too many people to know in my inner circle, but this is a Crip hand sign. The Crip colors are blue, and their rival gang colors are red, right? So if the Crip signs are blue, Bernard saying, you got it? Yeah, the pitchfork. And so basically, this could be a Crip sign, or it could be a Gangster Disciple sign. Either way it goes, the colors are blue, right? So if the colors are blue, and if you know any real Crips won't even wear a fucking red bandana because, well, you know, they use bandanas, but that's a poor analogy. But they won't wear red in anything on their clothing because they're all about that blue, right? Wearing the wrong gang colors could get you fucked up. I'm building something here. Be patient with me. So if you are a Crip, you're throwing up Crip signs. This guy goes by the name of Tipsy Hustle.
Oh my God.
Tipsy Hustle. That's his online name, Tipsy Hustle. So anybody who knows a Crip, because when I lived in Los Angeles, it was one of the things they told me was be careful. Unless I was looking for trouble. And he went on to later tell me, and I did a video on that on YouTube, on TikTok. I'm uploaded on YouTube. But he went on to tell me that he had to get offline and help his kids with piano lessons and help them with their homework. Now, y'all seen the video that I uploaded yesterday, right? Well, I guess let's give this man a Father of the Year award. Come on, everybody. Let's give him the Father of the Year award.
This is hilarious.
We're going to give him the Father of the Year award, everybody. And if you saw the way this nigga typed, we know he ain't helping his children with their spelling homework.
Oh,
This looks like an outstanding member of the PTA. I'm sure career day at his kid's school can get pretty interesting when he tells his children's classmates what he does for a living.
oh Lord, he probably not even
Besides
sure.
making an ass of himself on TikTok. But this is just another reason to pull your kids out of public school. This guy never thought that putting his game banging bullshit online could get his family hurt. He claims he's a family man. And I strongly doubt that he has any gang affiliation. You know what I'm saying? You're right. You're right, Bernard. You're right. I strongly doubt that because I really think this guy's just opposed to trying to get in where he fit in. He took issue with my rebel flag. And he says that that was the flag that was waved while hurting our people, right? Yet he doesn't take issue with throwing up a gang sign that's waved to intimidate our people. Now, this is one of the people who called me a pussy for not arguing with an underage child online when he's too much of a pussy to stand on his own. If you are in a gang, you're not standing on your own. You're standing with your gang.
Exactly.
And we know this guy wouldn't talk that kind of bullshit to my face that he's talking online. Now, he sees himself as an alpha male in the mirror. I'm sure he does. But my suggestion, if he sees himself as an alpha male, then he should stop buying LSD laced weed. Real talk. It gets better. It gets better. This hemorrhoid looking hermit had the audacity to open his mouth about a black woman's looks.
Oh my God!
His video is all about hating on black women. And I'm telling you, the short bus kids getting online is not a good look for the red pill, nor is it a good look for the black community. They've been listening to Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate, but one thing that Kevin Samuels nor Andrew Tate did not tell them is that you're not Kevin Samuels, nor are you Andrew Tate. How are you trying to hold any woman to any sort of beauty standard, you ugly fat fucktard? Look at this guy. Like, seriously, this is edging material. This is edging material.
Oh Lord, it gets worse.
You want a woman to cook for you? One woman can't do that shit alone, fat boy. You need an entire fucking kitchen staff. This nigga so ugly that he makes Jay-Z look like Will Smith in comparison.
Oh shit.
In another video, he had the audacity to scold men about sleeping with women with multiple baby daddies, right? But who is this guy sleeping with? If he was white, he'd look like the product of an Alabama family reunion. Jesus Christ. This fool went showing statistics on black women and sexually transmitted diseases. And I'm sure any woman would rather have a sexually transmitted disease than a son that looked like him.
The thing is, there's lots of his sons that look like him.
What the fuck is this? And yeah, it only gets this ridiculous on TikTok. You know what? TikTok is the Walmart of social media. Why do these type of men think that they can come online and overvalue themselves while devaluing other people? Now, any of these women that he talks shit about were to show up on his doorstep and offer him some pussy, he'd be lying if he said he would not take it.
That's
people like the ones I've shown you today are the reason that curly things are so damn popular. People like this is the reason that Miss Pearly is so popular. I mean, think about it, people. Think about it. She spearheaded the red pill community because delusional incels can relate to her. She looks somewhere between a social worker and a teacher in one of those all-day classes. The teacher that kept her patients when they wanted to eat the fucking glue. The teacher that kept their patients when the kids would eat their own boogers. She looks like that person. She looks like that person that could probe these fucked up kids about the drugs that their parents use and rescue them from their fucked up home environments. She looks just like that social worker. And one thing we got to understand, when these people are out here trying to emulate Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate, these incels somehow think that they can get on their level. Women will take shit from a good-looking, well-dressed man and well-spoken man before they take shit off of anybody that looks like this.
What do you think about it so far?
Oh, you heard me. I was laughing. I would try on my hardest not to laugh and interrupt the live because, oh my God, the way I was like, Alex, you sure you're not scared? the way that man's face popped up on screen, he looks like the damn Mucinex germ.
Ricky Manor, you know, if Ricky wants to roast him, and we gotta let him do it. We gotta let him do it. It is what it is.
Exactly.
We have to let him roast.
We do.
Now back to the roasting session.
A geeky dweeb who is over 25 years old throwing up gang signs. A delusional turd that looks like the poster child of why you shouldn't sleep with your underage cousin.
Woo!
Or why you shouldn't partake in recreational drugs while pregnant. Nigga wearing 20 pounds less than a fully Mack truck trying to talk shit about a woman's appearance. Nobody's going to tell these clowns, so I'm going to have to tell them. If you're over 25 and you're throwing up gang signs on social media, you're not cool. You're just another dumbass putting a target on your back by law enforcement and by other gang members. You should be firm enough in your own manhood that you don't have to rely on false imagery on social media that could cause harm to you and your family. A man's first fiduciary duty is to protect his family, not bring trouble to his doorstep by trying to be some tough guy online. Dude, you're old. Your days of being cool are over. Now it's all about responsibility. Oh my God. And my guy, if you're a man and your cup size is larger than the average overweight woman, then you need to shut your hemorrhoid-shaped mouth up about what kind of woman not to date.
There's no telling the type of health.
That should be a conversation had after going to the gym and cutting out the sugary snacks. And I'm sure that if you have seen the appearance of this woman that you called ugly, right? If she showed up at your front door, you would take that pussy if she offered it to you. And I'm sure you seen your own appearance when you were making that fucked up video calling that woman ugly. You seen your own appearance. That ugly woman can do something that your ugly ass can't do. She's a woman, remember that. She's in somebody's phone right now, I guarantee you. I bet you she's in somebody's phone right now. And I can guarantee you this. You're not in anybody's phone right now. Your number's not in anybody's phone. Some man out there will fuck her. Some man probably is planning to fuck her tonight when the women that he prefers to be with are out with their boyfriends or their husbands or just too busy to fuck with them. So that desperate man will reach out to that woman and fuck her. A woman won't fuck you out of desperation. Did I tell the truth today or what? Am I telling the truth today so far or what? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. Am I telling the truth? A woman will not fuck this man out of desperation. She have to be really down and out to fuck this man.
Or she would have to look just like him.
Let's see. Unknown says he looks like Cleveland's fat son in the Cleveland show.
Ooh.
I wouldn't even do that to him. This dude looks like an overweight Steve fucking Urkel. This is what Steve Urkel would look like if he was overweight and dumb.
Come on, why did he have to do that to Steve Urkel?
That's what I'm saying. First, I don't even. The thing is, Steve Urkel, Jaleel White is actually very fine. he's actually very cute. But and he's I haven't really heard it. I haven't heard anything really bad about Jaleel White, like in the media, like him saying anything crazy. He's always been like behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey Tony, you want to come up and join us? The link is in the chat if you want to come and join. But yeah, this the black man who is legitimately roasting this guy is actually defending black women, even though he's up here roasting the homies.
Yeah, because it's just common sense. Like it's just common sense. That's why he said in the last video, he said, well, why the fuck would she date black men? If this is how y'all act and y'all don't care about missing black children. So you could try to make it seem like you're obsessed with her, and they could try to make it seem like it's about her. But at the same time, look at the numerous thousands of cases you're ignoring with children that look like you. Because, according to them, those children ain't them. But, that's where they put in the statistic that only a certain percentage of black men have all those children. See, they have to make lies upon lies upon lies to basically not be exposed.
Well, the man in the video is doing a lot of exposing with a lot of comedy.
I love it.
Yeah, okay, we're going to get back to this, right?
And that still would be insulting to Steve Urkel.
Yes, it would.
Toxic water, what's going on? What? Am I telling the truth? I just want to know if I'm speaking some truth here. A man will fuck a woman out of desperation, regardless of how she looks. The woman that he called ugly, I would fuck her if I was lonely. But I don't know of any women with hemorrhoid-shaped mouth. This dude's mouth looked like a hemorrhoid with teeth. So let's see. No, says his data pool is like an irreparable broken clock. And Bernard says in his alter ego with stuffing Urkel. Right. I mean, come on, man. A woman ain't gonna just come up and damn fuck a guy like this out of desperation. But yeah, this people like this listens to Andrew Tate. They listen to people like fucking Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels was giving a message. Kevin Samuels wasn't trying to empower. Fucker, you damn did not even edit your shit before you took this picture, before you made this video. And you did it in front of a door that...
I apologize if I keep skipping my
okay.
Has no fucking door in the door frame. That's a curtain. That's a sheet. That look like a bed sheet over a door frame that you probably picked up at Burlington to cover the door for privacy. This is how you get down to your house. This is not a fit environment to raise children in, you dumbass motherfucker. Damn. Big ass cockroach right there in the background. Y'all see the cockroach, right?
Oh my God.
That motherfucker's 11 o'clock.
Oh my God.
What's up, Coffee Nino? How's it going? This is the motherfuckers that listen to that damn incel shit. Let's see, that's his mama's house. I wouldn't even say his mama lived like that, man. Goddamn. Took his shirt off and fucking flexing a gang sign, cockroach in the background. The house don't have any doors in the door frames. Damn, Burlington Coat Factory sheet hanging over the shit.
Oh my God. He has a sheet.
What, you gonna get online and talk shit? Really?
A sheet on the windows. So
really?
Prison. That's prison.
This is what I'm saying. Now, you red pill. This is the example you lead. Kevin Samuels had a clean house. I can't speak for any other room in Kevin Samuels' house, but at least the room he broadcasted from was clean.
He did not have a house. He rented a room.
Andrew Tate had a fucking right. Even if she ain't got shit, a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out, a woman's gonna come in there and put a woman's touch to shit. Real talk. And you let some woman hurt your feelings by calling you ugly, it could be worse. This could be you. Be thankful that this is not you. Damn.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm over my time right now. So I'm getting ready to go.
All right, and that was, and he ends it right there.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I figured. Wow, that was, oh man, that was a laugh I needed tonight.
I mean,
I thank you so much for this live.
Hey, you know, no, it was no problem. And I want to go ahead and show another video.
Oh, you got the good ones tonight.
Mm-hmm. And this one, this one is from American Crime Femicide.
Mm.
All right, here we go. And it's titled Kevin Samuels Fan Murders 33-year-old Mother in Front of Kids for a Smile. Here we go.
Yeah.
We can't make a demand. We can't even ask you to smile. But you want us to protect you.
Oh, don't worry. You're about to
say I ain't got to worry about.
You're about to see why Black women can't smile. You're about to.
To wait, and I got to worry about this woman laying next to me. This is my oppressor. This is my abuser.
According to court documents, 29-year-old Micah Beard went to the home looking for his nephew. When he asked Boyd about it, he says she smiled and said she didn't know where he was. Beard had told detectives that, quote, her smiling made him upset. Therefore, he pulled out his pistol and, quote, shot the lady.
I've been doing this job for a really long time. I've not really seen anything like that. I mean, they're random.
Chief Deputy Prosecutor Andrew Hanna said he struggles to make sense of what happened that day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post the video in the
I've seen the thumbnail for that. I didn't know this was the same case. I just saw something recently for that where I didn't know he shot her because she smiled at him. No, that's not the reason. The smiling isn't the reason. It was what he thought. It was his it was him. He thought, oh, this bitch is smiling. She thinks she better than me. She living well. I'm telling you, I guarantee you, it was a whole host of things that he was already feeling about Black women as it was, and then she's happy. Oh no, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but when you but it goes to what I'm saying. The black women hate speech. It goes back to what I was saying. The black women hate speech. It has to stop. It has to end because the as the other as the man said in the funny videos when he was just going off on those black men, um you know, he actually understands the divestors. He understands them. Be, because again, you know, tell you the truth, most black men ain't building nothing. They rather they would rather get on they would rather get on um they would rather get on the internet and start talking down on women. And the sad part about it is that you is stock market Steve, and you have King D Light, and you also have other black men who cares about the problem and wants to solve it. But you also have most of the black men who don't want to do anything about it.
Alex, you cut out. I can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. I was saying, look, you have stock market Steve. You have uh, you have King Delight, and you also have the angry biracial who cares about the situation at with missing black women and girls as well.
Yeah, I follow Angry Biracial. I haven't been on his channel in a while, but I definitely gotta take a look when I have a chance.
But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, like I said, I do not fault Ricky Manor for going off the way he did, because he's getting sick and tired of it.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you notice the girl that he was interviewing was very disingenuous in what she said. She said, you said black people commit more crimes? No, it's not black people. And of course they did that on purpose because they already know if they singled out who's really committing most of the crimes, then it would be a problem. Because let's be serious, in that gang violence activity, it's last time I checked, I've never seen a car full of black women with Uzis and nails and hair spraying up the block on Memorial Day or Juneteenth or any of these holidays, killing kids in the process. I've never seen it.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. He also sees the missing black women posters up on the wall. He also sees that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I want to give him props for actually calling out the black woman hatred that's going on. And yeah, eh, I'm and you know man, I was going to do another favorite anime video today, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But yeah, like what he said is true. I mean, you can't just because you call him names, that doesn't mean that he's not telling the truth. And I believe that's what most of the people. I believe that's what most of the people, you know, well, I would say most of the black men what is having a problem with is somebody reading them for filth. Mm, and also, why should a woman, bow down uh, to someone? That alone is actually slavery when you really think about. But yeah,
Yep, that's actually true.
hmm and I hope he gets his network done, so he can also team up and help families find the missing black women and girls.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
And I find it crazy that the same demographic that's usually also quick to be at abortion rallies, usually so quick to be on cases as far as Gabby Petito, and a lot of those women tend to be in a lot higher powerful positions than black women can ever reach, just because we're black. Like we already know there's certain areas in society that we will never see or we will never touch, because again, that's strictly white, and they will never let us know about it. And I'm talking about the upper echelon of the upper echelon. I'm talking about people that we don't even see, or we might have seen them in passing, a photo here and there. But I'm talking about the real hidden ones. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, there's actually a documentary that you should explore on Netflix. It's one of my favorite. I think I've watched it 3 times already, and I'm planning on watching it again. It's called The Octopus Murders.
I might just go ahead. I might just go ahead to watch it.
Yep. I just put the title in, but yes, it's called The Octopus Murders. And when I tell you the case that this, it was a white guy that investigated and put all this together, and he was mysteriously found with his wrist slit, and he bled to death. They ruled it a suicide because of the slit wrist, and they couldn't find evidence of anything else. But I know that dude was murdered, and his family also thinks he was murdered as well because of how close to the truth he was getting.
Mm-hmm. And and I do believe that when I do believe that the black women hate speech is also part of the reason why black femicide is the way that it is. So yeah, I'm glad that he called out, and he had every right to call out.
Mm-hmm.
Because as of right now, enough is enough. They up here saying that Sade Robinson deserved what happened to her and everything.
Yeah, that's jealousy. There's jealousy. And you know what's so funny? I'm actually going to have that discussion with my guy tomorrow. I'm seeing a white. I'm actually seeing someone that's white. We're actually just having fun right now. It's not really relationship status because I got out of a serious relationship like a year and a half ago, so I'm kind of not looking for anything serious right now. Plus, this has been taking up a lot of my time, but I'm going to discuss this with him, and because he's very in tune politically.
Oh man. Well, I'm hoping one day he'll be able to give his opinion.
I would love for him to. And the thing is, he's a celebrity a little bit.
Oh,
Not even a little bit, a lot of it. I can't really. I have to keep it very, very, very hush. That's why I just say my guy. I kind of just keep it at my guy.
Oh shoot, and there is another. Oh man, I'm gonna show you this one last video real quick.
A year ago, prosecutors have told the mother of a murdered Southwest Atlanta teenager there's been a major development in her daughter's shooting death. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us today for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Christine Spears.
And I'm Tom Haynes. A bullet killed 16-year-old Breisha Powell at Mays High School last May during an unauthorized graduation party. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now from Southwest Atlanta, where she just spoke to Breisha's mother. Angelique?
Yeah, good afternoon to you both. Mom Nicole Williams says every day has been a struggle and time has not made this any easier. But she says she was encouraged by a call she got from the Fulton County District Attorney's Office that there had been a major development in this case. Now, Atlanta police have arrested 3 people in connection with the murder of Breisha Powell. She and many other Mays High students were celebrating after the 2023 graduation on the school grounds when a shooting broke out between 2 groups. Now, Atlanta police say Breisha was not involved in the dispute and was running for safety when she was killed. Her mother wants young people to know there are consequences for their actions. Ms. Williams also tells me she has planned a 1-year anniversary justice march for Breisha.
There's a reaction for your actions. Be mindful of the things that you do. And just because nothing has happened at that time does not mean that eventually you won't get caught. Me and my daughter, we party, we have fun, so it was no other way than to celebrate it like a parade or party. I decided we'll do a justice parade for her 1-year anniversary.
And that Justice March will be May 28th. It'll be right down Benjamin E. Mays Drive and will culminate here at West Manor Park. Their authorities say they are not yet ready to release exactly what that new development is. Reporting live in Southwest Atlanta, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
All right.
Now that was Southwest Atlanta that happened.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I teared up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And me too. And the main thing of it is you still have Black men and women who are still focused on that Sade Robinson thing.
Yep.
Who wants to go on.
And they don't realize how fucking stupid they look.
And that's you know, and I do agree that, you know, at this point I don't think anything is going to get done about Black femicide unless ending the Black women hate speech unless they go to the Capitol, meaning they go to Washington, D.C., and march and get their frustrations out.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I'm sick. I'm about sick and tired of, you know, this being a race thing. Said was unalived by a white man. See, told you not, told you to watch out for the white man.
That's bullshit.
While black women is getting unalived in the black community every freaking day. Every freaking day. It's nonstop. That's why I'm not even pro-black anymore. I had to get out of the pro-black thing, because now I know that it's always about protecting the black man at all costs. But blame white people for all the troubles that black men have faced and everything. This is one of the main reasons. This is one of the main reasons why in 2050, the black community itself will indeed be an underclass. Because to tell you the truth, we have black men and women who are too focused on race and do not want to go ahead and build stuff. They always want to talk about the women have to submit to me and everything else. When Ricky Manor said it himself, the majority of black men ain't building nothing.
They're not. According to statistics, aren't majority costing the United States $50 billion a year or something like that? Or $50 million a year, something like that? I saw that article.
I think so.
So that's what I'm saying. The reason why they're doing a massive cover up now, because they know the destruction is near. They can inflate, they could basically hide the stuff now because it's gotten so bad. White men don't even feel like they have anything to prove anymore. It's like the black men are doing it all on their own.
Mm-hmm.
White men don't have to do anything to these black men anymore. They're doing it themselves voluntarily. That's why I said a lot of the black men of today are the slave master's dream.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, actually, yes, they are. Yes, they are. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, Asia, I try when that thing happened with Toby Obumseli, I tried to.
The guy who got knifed up. The guy who got knifed up by his girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, like I tried to care, but I couldn't bring myself to care. You know,
Well, I know for me, I said that's what he gets because he spent online talking crazy about black women, only for the non-black women that he was with to murder him. So I was like, all right, you got it. And see, the thing is, they know that they do this. So when they see something happen to us, they have to make it seem like, oh, it's probably the same thing. She probably only went to that white dude because she don't like black men. As if there isn't a concept of black women that are open to all men. You notice they can't even fathom that, right?
yep, I legitimately noticed that.
Yeah. Again, narratives have to be spun in all directions. Even some of these content creators that say that they're pro-black, there's a lot of black women content creators that think that they're helping the problem, and a lot of them are actually assisting in it because they're too focused on the women that aren't going to change. And to me, at some point, it just looks like you're trying to use them as a backdrop for your channel, in which case you're no different than the men that you talk about. In fact, you're just as disgusting, if not more. And me, I don't do that. That's why I go to these pages to call out certain comments or certain things that are said. It's like, okay, I need to put some context to this because clearly it's a lot of unintelligent people who have nothing but time that flock to platform, just leaving reckless comments. And it's crazy because some people will go to one comment and placate to what's going on in their life, and then go to another person's live that may call that content creator out, and then sit up here and say, "Oh, you have some good points too." And it's like, all right, I'm all right. I'm okay. I need genuine. I only care for genuine support, and I don't care for people who have agendas, who are hiding to. And I don't know who this Tactical Tune is. I'm guessing this is another bot. It's been nothing but bots. And what's happening with your mod? I thought she doesn't block people, Tony.
Oh, she probably is still, you know. I think she's in there somewhere.
Okay. Says Tactical Tune was banned and their comments were removed. Yeah, because like you've had to remove the other two comments by yourself. I mean, if you want, you can make. I mean, you can make me a mod if you're comfortable. But I know I haven't been on your live in a while, so that's up to you.
Hang on. Hey, you can continue talking about what you were talking about.
Oh, sure, no problem. I actually wanted to. I don't know if it's too late in the night, but I wanted to share a document, if you don't mind.
Oh, you can.
Perfect. Okay, I found it. Oh, here we go. Research. So, okay. So there is a hold on. Myth of this is actually a really good one. I'm so sorry. I have so many good documents that I'm going to share and like do lives with, but I figured I could preview it here. Let's see. Oh, found it. Oh, I'm actually gonna, and I'm gonna send this to you in email. I don't know why I didn't think to before, but I am now. So hold on, give me 1 second. Perfect. Oh, okay. Let me share. Can you see it?
Hang on, let me bring it up. Yep, I can see it.
Perfect. You see the name of the so this was okay. So I'm actually, hold on, let me see if I can hide this. Okay, I can, that's fine. Let me zoom in just a bit. Oh, that's perfect. So this is basically a University of Massachusetts dissertation, a doctoral dissertation done July 2019 by a Gregory Coleman. I can't tell if he's black or white, but I'm assuming he's black for the title. Black Men Who Betray Their Race, 20th Century Literature, 20th Century Literary Representation of the Black Male Race Traitor. When I found this, I damn near almost screamed. Guess how long this thing is?
How long is it?
It's 249 pages.
249 pages?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And I know we're not going to be able to get through all of it in one night for sure, because I still haven't had, this is basically a book that he wrote. First of all, this is a hell of a doctoral dissertation. Yeah, I'm definitely going to send this to you in the email so you can be able to read it. But yeah, this was done at University of Massachusetts, 2019.
Wow. This is news to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Cyber Dreams.
Hey, Cyber Dreams, how are you? Here's the link if you want to come up. Here's
Cyber Dreams. I got you. Trust me. I almost forgot that I had this until I literally, because I have a whole list of PDFs in relation to basically Black women as a whole, but this one for sure, I'm definitely sending y'all. It's a long read though. It's 249 pages, so I'm just gonna get to what I can today. But yeah, we're gonna start with this one. He got a doctorate of philosophy. Oh my God, he's a philosophy major. Oh yeah, so this might be, oh yeah, let me see. Okay. Oh yeah, this is a legit dissertation. He has title pages, and let me see. Oh, approved as to, it's approval. Okay, Gregory D. Coleman Jr. I have to look him up. Okay. Oh, and dedication to his parents, the Gregory and Marion. Oh, that's nice. Let me move on. First page is a Toni Morrison quote. Listen, baby, people do funny things, especially us. The cards are stacked against us, and just trying to stay in the game, stay alive and in the game makes us do funny things. Things we can't help, things that make us hurt one another. He's already off to a good start.
Yep, he already is off to a good start. As Cyber Dreams, if you want to come on the panel, the link is in the chat.
Oh my God, here we go with the acknowledgments. Oh, I have to do this. There is an African proverb which states it takes a village to raise a child. Oh, he's already off to a good start. While the proverbist who first wrote these words was no doubt referring to an actual child, it is no less befitting for this occasion. Black Men Who Betray the Race was a long time in the making, and it would not exist without the support of the countless communities and individuals who make up my village. While the space I have to voice my gratitude may be limited, the depth of my sentiment knows no bounds. Wow. So okay, so I just had to read that first part, but the second part is basically just an acknowledgement of all the people that allowed him to do this and like pushed him and gave him advice. I would love to know all the people who did. Like, I'll have to look at this further because the names are in here, but Jesus. That's why I keep telling you guys, you have to search. There's work being done. It's not going to be on any of these bullshit platforms that you follow. It's not about to be on the Shade Room. It's not about to be on Hollywood Unlocked or any of those bullshit, useless ass blogger platforms. We have to actually look and do the research. I wouldn't have found this any other way if I didn't look.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me see if the chapters. Hold on. Because this acknowledgement is pretty long. Ah. Let me see. This dissertation gathers a literary archive in order to identify and introduce the race trader as a heretofore, and please excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that word because still to this day I have trouble with that one. As a heretofore unrecognized yet important trope within 20th century African American literature. Oh, sorry. In addition to coping with the burden of racism, African Americans have had to put considerable energy towards negotiating the possibility of being perceived. Are you guys getting any playback? Like, are you hearing anything in the background?
Nope.
Perfect. So then I know it's just me. Go to the index. Gotcha. Let me see. Introduces the race trader as a heretofore unrecognized yet important trope within 20th century African American literature. In addition to coping with the burden of racism, African Americans have had to put considerable energy towards negotiating the possibility of being perceived as race traders by others within the Black African community. Hold on. Hold on, let me find the index because there's so many abstracts. Oh gosh, I didn't even get to the index. It's like the preface and oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Preface. When I tell people that I am working on a book about Black masculine race traders, they always end up asking me the same question. So what is the story behind you and race traders? To be clear, they never actually come right out and ask this question, at least not to my face, and definitely not this explicitly. With a more tactful person, it might take the form of an indirect question asked casually so as to not arouse suspicion. How did you become interested in the topic? With a less subtle person, it might look like a more pointed question, much like the one a colleague recently posed to me over late night drinks. Oh,
Dang it, and it was only starting to get good. Because, like I said, this is the first time I've ever heard of this. Oh man, dang it. Let me go ahead and here's the link again, Asia, if you want to come back up. But yeah, you know, wow, I didn't even know any of this. I mean, dang, this, like I said, what I just saw just now, you know, this is new to me. Um, Cyber, you want to come up and give your thoughts about this?
Sorry, Alex. Hey, Alex, I'm so sorry. My computer completely shut down on me. I forgot to plug it in. I was so wrapped up in this, I didn't realize my battery was dying. Apologies.
No, you good. It's okay.
Alrighty, so let me. I'll go back to it. Oh, so sorry for that delay. Okay, perfect. Are we back? Can you guys see it?
Hold on, let me invite Cyber and all right. Yeah, we can see it.
Good afternoon, Asia.
Hey, Cyber,
Alex?
how you doing?
Hey,
I'm
Cyber.
good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed and relaxed.
That's good.
So this is crazy because I'm still dissecting the Claudia Jones piece, and it's very interesting to me that in her disposition of time, she understood vividly what was going on, and
hold on, Cyber, 2 seconds. Alex, if you can mute, and we're getting feedback.
Oh.
No problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cyber.
No, I was saying that the Claudia Jones article was interesting. I'm still dissecting it and taking notes. And from her time period, she understood vividly what the problem was. And if Black women would just take the chance to read that piece, right? All of the talking points and all of the distractions wouldn't bother us. We wouldn't get caught up in all of this, all the welfare, get caught up in interracial dating narrative and stuff like that. We wouldn't get so caught up and distracted in things that have already been a known fact, if that makes sense.
Of course, but you got to realize this information has been suppressed for decades because that talking point was a very, very unpopular opinion, especially during segregation. We know what was going on back then. That was a completely that was shunned. You were basically you were shunned. You were pretty much considered persona non grata for even taking that chance. But the thing is, a lot of people don't realize that we actually had a National Association of Negro Women 75,000 strong at one point. But the problem is we didn't have the support of our own community. So guess what? All those women, all that movement got dismantled, and those women were ultimately harassed and messed with over time.
Yeah,
so they had no choice.
And then when I studied the suffrage movement about those Black women back in 1813, right? It was a coalition of Black women then.
Yeah.
and the fact that they fought for rights for Black men before they got rights is, I think information now needs to be put out. I think the truth needs to be put out. I think history should be revealed, and the landmarks that Black women actually took, and the work that Black women put in should be in the forefront, not sprinkle. None of this other stuff really is helping us.
I don't follow that shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Me either. I don't either.
It's like, first of all of those platforms are just, there's a money making platforms. They are selling you a product. That's it.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not really YouTube savvy, right? So one day I said, let me click on the live section of YouTube. It is so many black women on the live that's doing all types of things. And then I looked at their following. It's like each one of these women had 800, maybe 200 here, 300 there, 100 here. And they're actually looking at this BS that these black women are putting out. I posed a question, right? What is influencing a black woman today? I posed that question with Miss Elite. She's listening and seeing something. What it is, I have not yet to put my finger on it. Something is influencing this black woman. And I'm not saying it's the black man. It has to be something else.
What do you mean influencing? I don't get it. What you mean as far as
meaning the black woman's behavior, the things that she cares about, the things that she.
Well, we all don't have the same, so that's kind of hard to do. We all don't have the same. Yeah.
But we're fighting all these battles, right? And then I came to this space, right? I tell everybody I came to this space because I seen 3 little black girls who were unalived, right? And it brought so much passion in me for the safety and the sovereignty of black women and girls. This is why I'm in this space. But then when I came here and got abused by other black women, got ostracized, got talked about, got lied on, right? And then I hear all the other women's their experiences. It's like what is influencing that?
Well, first of all, a lot of them, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of them are with the men anyway. A lot of them just come over to see what we're talking about. And the thing is, a lot of those women will never be caught on my platform. That's the funny part. I've had a few try, but the way that I go about explaining shit and when I put stuff like this up, they're gone. They don't come to my shit ever.
Yeah, it was 11 people in here, and then now it's 6.
Yeah, because when you present facts, articles, there's nothing that they can say. And that's all you have to do. Unfortunately, a lot of these other content creators weren't really doing that. So I'm sorry, it's easy for your platform to be infiltrated if you have stupid shit going on it, where you want to be funny or you just want to make jokes or you want to. When you're not taking it seriously, you're going to attract exactly what you are. You're not taking it seriously on your platform, so that's what you're going to attract. Now, unfortunately, yes, there are some of us that are going to get caught up. You think you're the only one that got attacked on this platform by
No, I'm not saying
women?
that.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like we get too caught up in that shit. And there isn't even enough of us on these platforms. Please understand, we only make up 7% of the American population. And that's just the ones in America. We're not factoring in the ones in overseas too that don't think like us. Not think like us. Sorry, excuse me. The ones overseas that don't think like us in form of the women, all black women together. That's why I keep telling y'all, stop saying this black women are doing this or black women are doing that, when there's so many myriad mixes that you have to consider. You have to consider religion. You have to consider their ethnic background, all of that. So that's why this fantasy that people have where all black women are just all supposed to be cool, but everybody else can betray each other, shoot each other, set each other up to get killed. And it's not classified as being anti-black, anti-white woman or anti-black. Like, come on. And I hate that. And I'm sorry, I'm tired of that shit. Because what that takes away our ability to be individuals when y'all do that. Okay, so you had a couple of beefs with a handful of chicks on the platform. Unless it's 24 million, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that shit.
I think I was kind of naive. I didn't think that it was this bad. Because
they don't want to wake up to it. I keep telling you, a lot of that stems from fear. Y'all don't take it personally, and it's not towards you. They are scared because this is all they've ever been programmed. This is all when you're talking about.
Or they can be comfortable.
Years.
Or they can just be comfortable.
It's not. It's programming. It's comfortable. Let me I'll explain it. Have you ever heard of the frog in the boiling pot theory?
Yeah, he don't jump out. He just stays in there.
Yeah, because because the heat is
It's
gradually,
a slow heat. Yeah.
it's a slow burn, and by the time it happens, the thing is he's so used to being in the burn, it's like he can't really assess the danger, as opposed to a frog that has never been in that shit, jumps in, and they realize, oh shit, this hot as hell, let me jump out. But that's because the frog already never had to deal with any of the heat.
So
I'm not going to compare. And this is why I hate when people like to bring up other races of women too, because if you're going to compare, you can't compare us to other races of women. Number one, we don't all get treated the same way in this country. We
Of
don't
course
even
not.
so why would they expect? So why are Black women expecting different behavior than what they're seeing? I feel like it's a large denial of the truth. We have to realize that there are a lot of Black women that have internalized misogynoir because, hello, they're unprotected. And no, not every Black woman is about to be out here throwing their life on the line. Just no, that's not real life.
So you're saying that they rather save face and not fight. They rather
not fight.
face.
Period. They rather not fight. Period. Especially not within. The thing is, we're not taught to fight, and we're not taught to fight and really come back within the community. Again, we don't have a community of men checking men. And on top of that, we come from a community of conquered dudes, the most conquered dudes. That is a different situation right there.
So months ago, I posed the suggestion of, well, it is what it is. We can't change it. It's been like this for 100 years.
Right.
Let's focus on safety, right? Safety and boundaries, and not having your children susceptible to violence. You know what I'm saying? Let's reevaluate how we're raising our children, where we're placing our children at, where we are living.
Yeah,
instead of talking about the other stuff.
No, and I understand that, but then you would also have to contend with finances as well, because you have to look into you would also have to look into the situational arrangement of these women. Yeah. Are they in poverty? Where are they living? Can they afford to even move? Can they even get a job in time? And we already know how the job market is right now, especially, and unfortunately, the largest part of the Black community comes from uneducated men and uneducated women. And this is something we got to realize. And I don't know what to tell. The thing is, white folks won't ever have this problem because they control the system, so they can keep their white poor in sundown towns and make sure that they're taken care of, make sure the welfare is going to them, even though they're in poverty.
So is it possible,
like Black folks are in poverty? Is
it possible to create some type of strategy and a safety bubble within your environment? Is that possible?
Yeah, we can try. You can definitely do that within your own bubble, but at some point, what does that lead to long term? Because I'm thinking long term. Creating your own bubble is cool, but you also live in a world full of other people that you have to interact with every day. So that doesn't stop at all. And I think a lot of us just really need to come to the conclusion that we are human beings. We are women. Yes, we are Black women, and we've done amazing, superhuman shit throughout history, but that's not all of us. It wasn't every last one of us doing it. It was notable Black. Now, granted, yes, it was a lot of notable Black women, but it wasn't majority of us doing that. So we kind of got to get out of this idea that all of us are super women on the low, because we're not. And in fact, we've only ever had to be.
That's why we got that stigma on us strong Black women. I hate that. I really hate that.
To be honest, I don't hate it, because what it is, it's actually a positive thing. Being a strong woman is actually a positive thing. But because of our situation in this country, it's produced as a negative. A lot of things that are really matter of fact, I'll give you an example. I was down south, and I went into this place called Buc-ee's. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's like a huge gas station. It's mostly in the South, but it's called Buc-ee's. And I remember in the very front, mind you, this is mostly white. No, it was like a sea of white people, maybe a sprinkle of Black folks in there. And when I tell you the first shelf that was promoted was, I'm a strong person because I come from it, because I was raised by a strong woman. They're selling that. Mind you, this is in an all white town. So how the hell can their mothers be strong and it's all right? But for us, that means that we're masculine. And I need you to understand that.
I was glad you said that. The reason why I hate it, because when they say we're strong, we're painted as masculine, painted as combative. we paint it as all other negative attributes that don't even match strong.
Yeah, but
And
at
then-
that point, you're placate. But at that point, what it is because you're tired. I get it, and I know what you mean. You're tired of the attacks.
Mm-hmm.
That's ultimately what this stems from. You're just tired, and it's not just you. It's also the Black women that we're calling out too. They're tired of the attacks. The thing is that a lot of us don't know how to navigate this because we tried every fucking thing, and we can't say that we never fought for each other because, again, you look up that Claudia Jones article. It says it in there that we had our own organization. So my thing is, at some point, Black women's got to stop looking at each other to be superhuman and start turning towards calling out everybody else, which means other races of people and other races of women. That's the thing. I know exactly what's going on. A lot of y'all think it's easier. Y'all only doing it because it's easier. It's easier for y'all to come at each other. It's easier for us to nitpick and do all this other shit because nobody's going to stop you. But if you try to do that outside, that's when you get the attacks. It's literally
I was telling somebody that at my work, I said it's normalized for Black people to abuse each other verbally because it's easy. But you can't do that. You can't, it's normalized. You can't do that to any other race of people. But you do it to your own person, you do it to your own race because it's normalized. I think that's sad.
It's normalized and there's no pushback. And it's the only way for a lot of them to express a lot of the things that they wish they could say outside. It's a lot of the shit that they wish.
We're each other's punching bags then. That's what you're saying.
It started, but no, not Black women. We're not each other's punching bags. People are trying to turn it that way. Because you'll notice there's an uptick of, and also be very careful in spaces that will be quick to tell you that the most dangerous place for a Black woman to be is near another Black woman. Again, that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It will forever be the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Because last time I checked, we're not killing each other at the highest rates. If we look up Black feminists, if we look on the statistics, it ain't us shooting each other up, killing kids and all this other shit. But
they break up abortion, but they have that wrong. Like if we're only 7% of the population of women, right? How do we account for all the billions of abortion? It doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't.
Numbers
That's
wise.
why. Yeah, it doesn't. And to be honest, if that number does exist, that's probably an accumulation of about 40, 50 years of abortions. That ain't some shit that's happening like every year with 20. Like, come on. And
that's all women, though. That's the number is including all women.
Mm-hmm.
But we are the face of it, though. We get the face of it.
We get the face of everything bad. I need y'all to understand that. When we're sexual, it's considered you're being a seductress, you're trying to do this and you're trying to do that. But when a white woman is being sexual, it's not a big deal. I need y'all to understand that other women are uplifted off of the backdrop of us. And it wouldn't even, that's why I wish y'all would not be, I tell Black women never ever be insecure about no other bitch, because end of the day, they're up because you're down. The only reason they're up is because you down.
That's so you said something prior. You said, we've tried everything, right? I said something. I said, you think that it's time to be silent now? The world doesn't deserve.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's time for us to. It's time for us to take back our energy from the world.
I said that. Oh my God. And that's exactly where I was getting. You already got to it. And I'm so glad you said it, because that was going to be my next statement. I was going to say, but one thing, and that's it.
Because you said we have tried everything, right? You said we've tried every fucking thing.
We tried everything.
I think now the world needs silence from Black women.
Exactly. We don't comment on nothing. If it ain't having to do with us specifically, we ain't giving a fuck. That's what we gonna do. That's what has to happen.
That should be the new campaign. Silence.
Yeah. Yep.
You know that the black lady from Wisconsin, she had a bill for safety for Black. It didn't pass. They shot it down.
Yep, but that's okay.
Yesterday. And she's fighting. She's been fighting. She's been fighting. She's been fighting. The lady even cried on national TV about why isn't that this bill couldn't get passed? Why? No one cares. So now it's time for silence.
Yeah, and the thing is, the reason why they're doing it this harshly is because they just want Black women to accept it. They don't want us to fight back. They want us to just accept our lot, like the Black man has accepted his. See? The Black man's already accepted his place at the bottom. We haven't, though. And that's really where the divide comes in.
See, when I say silence, I'm not saying not fight. I'm talking about withdrawing our energy, withdrawing our genius, withdrawing, withdrawing our contribution, to great ideas.
Yes, that's why I said there needs to be, I call it mass unfollow, mass block. Every pretty much, and I'm talking about all the platforms that you would consider popular. If they're not talking about, matter of fact, you should have it should be a standard. If they're not talking about Black femicide, if they're not bringing up human trafficking with Black girls, but they can spend hours and panels talking about celebrity gossip all day, we're not fucking with you.
These people got millions of people following them.
That's what I'm saying, because too many, but that's not just Black. It's everybody that's caught up in celebrity gossip.
Oh yeah, of course. Just like I said, I hit the live. It's whites, it's Asians, it's Hispanic people. All got all these large followers. If you got 200 people or 300 people following you, watching you on a live, this is a problem. And what you're doing, tarot card readings, or are you just eating something? You're not talking about anything substantiating to a better lifestyle for your group of people. And these people are literally, I seen one guy, he was playing video games. He got like 80 people. He's rolling the blunt. I said, oh, wow.
Yeah. Yes. And it's crazy but that's how I know that it's a lot of people it's a lot of miserable people because they're trying to escape their lives. They're trying to escape the reality of their life. And what I'm talking about is too much of a reminder of reality. Why do you think all the informational channels get suppressed? They usually have the lowest views. Anything that has to do with a serious topic or anything that has to do with true politics and not the bullshit that they're doing as far as Trump and the Israel-Gaza war. They're just trying to make money really with that.
Groceries about to go up because they just passed the foreign aid today.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit. 95 billion.
Yeah, groceries about to go up, so y'all better stack up on your feminine products. Stack up on your tissue. Because stuff is about to get real, real bad.
And that's exactly why I got my deep. And that's the thing. Everybody thought I was crazy because I'm single. I live by myself and I have a deep freezer. I'm like, yeah.
I brought some strawberries the other day. Oh, they looked real nice. I put them in the refrigerator. The next day they were like literally rotting. I'm like, how is this possible?
Because and that's another thing. Food deserts. A lot of unfortunately, a lot of Black folks live in food deserts because we live in poverty. A lot of us come out of poverty-stricken areas, so a lot of those areas have food deserts where it's a lot of junk food and not a lot of health. And for the fruit, the stuff that they do give, they give you like the spoils. They give us, not you, but they give us like the spoils. They get even with supplies when it comes to meat, when it comes to rice, when it comes to grain, when it comes to any organic raw material, we will always get the worst of it.
Hey, I'm gonna jump back in. This is my niece's birthday. She's turning 9. I'm gonna talk to her.
Oh, so that's happy birthday. Hello. Hey, Alex, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Good. So how'd you feel about that discussion me and Cyber had?
It was, I think it's needed.
Yep.
I think Black women have tried everything. I still believe that, Black women should march to Washington, D.C., and, and let people know there about what's going on,
Okay.
because because having a black femicide rally in a park is not gonna to and get yeah, it will get some attention, but not all the way. The way it can get bigger exposure is if they march to Washington D.C. and you know
Wow. Ooh. So I know that we kind of got off topic a little bit, but we still have the paper up. If you still have time, we can go through like some of it, just like a first we paid like this little bit of the preface, just to get an idea.
yeah, we can.
Okay. Do you want me to read?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Oh, here we go. So it says, the preface, when I tell people that, oh yeah, I think I read most of this. Where did I stop at? Here we go. So how did you become interested in the topic? With a less subtle person, it might look like a more pointed question, much like the one a colleague recently posed to me over late night drinks. What about your own experience? Are you trying to work through or solve something by writing this topic? The implication in both instances is that my interest in the topic stems from my supposed status as a race traitor. In other words, a lot of people were asking him like why he was doing this, and they assume that, oh, he must be a self-hating black man himself. So he goes in and says, to their credit, I openly identify as a black American man. So this is this is a black man. I wrote it.
Can you find the chapters? Because I want to see if we can pick a chapter. Because I'm interested to see what his
well, I skimmed
his
through
hypothesis of why he says it.
Well, he explains it in the preface. I skimmed through like a little bit to like the next page. He explains it in this preface. Let me see.
Did he point out reasons, or what's the motivating factors? Oh, okay.
I haven't read this. Like I'm reading this for the first time with y'all.
Okay.
Yeah. So it says, again, this is not actually stated this explicitly. Rather, it is implied in the much rehearsed narrative I relate of how early the stages of preparation for my qualifying exams, I noticed that I had a repeated underlying the phrase race traitor in several of the texts on my reading list. But if I'm completely honest, my interest in the topic began many years prior to this project or my qualifying exams when I was first introduced to the black masculine race traitor figure by my mother. Shout out to his mama.
Yeah, shout out to moms.
Oh, so she introduced this, and she goes into he goes into her background. A child of the 1960s and 70s, so he got a pretty young mom. My mom grew up with a strong sense of Black pride and commitment to Black solidarity. Even after her family moved from their predominantly Black neighborhood to an exclusively white neighborhood when she was in the 8th grade, my mom boasts that she never failed to identify with the other members of her race who lived just across the track. So
wait, Asia, wait. Don't these Manosphere guys always brag about the 1950s? They want to go back to the 1950s?
Mm-hmm.
So his mother actually witnessed the transition?
Well, she was a child of the 60s and 70s. So she was a child like during this period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that's the thing. He's not. It's pretty vague because 60s and 70s covers like a whole 20 years. So, but he's talking about in the 8th grade. Their grandparents moved her.
Mm-hmm. Because they claimed that during this time period that there were strong Black fathers, men were in the home. This is what they claim.
Of course they claim it, but we already know the sister's reply doesn't even speak to that, and that was done in 68 when his mother would have been a child. But see, his mother. But see, he comes from a.
Please email this.
I am. I promise you. Promise. But Predominantly, yeah. And on top of that, apparently he comes from she grew up in the 60s and 70s in a exclusively white neighborhood. So we know there was some money involved. But on top of that, she never used that as an excuse to not talk to the Black folks who lived. She understood what was going on. She knew that that her family was the exception to the rule, not the rule.
And it's ironic you say that, because before I come up, you were talking about poverty and the different circumstances Black women have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black women need to understand that no one is going to get you out. You have to work your way out. You got to work your way out of your situations.
No, it's true. But the thing is that we've been working out. It's kind of hard to tell us that because we have been working our way out of situations. The thing is, when the whole world is against you, there's not really much you can do as a human being. Like, to me, that's almost like the whole world trying to tell Jewish people they got to get out of their situation themselves. And they didn't. They had a lot of help. If we actually look through the history, they had a lot of help.
Oh, yeah. They got transported. They got millions and billions of dollars. They took over someone's home and claimed that it was theirs. 1948, Israel was a state, know, they genocide and murdered a lot of folks during that time. Yeah.
Yeah, so we know. So then we already know, for example, that no, you can't put it you can't. If we can look at that as an example, why would we do that with the 7% in America? Because Jewish people were only 10% of the population at that time, and that was a combined 10% of Jewish women and Jewish men. Now we're talking about 7% here of just Black women. I'm sorry, I'm not about to put it on 7% of no population. I'm going to look at the system. I'm going to look at everybody else who's in the system who's in power. Especially when we come across cases where they're actively trying to ignore it or actively trying to not pass it.
They're suppressing it.
That's systemic. It's not on us anymore. It's systemic.
See, I have a marketing background. That's why I suggested, billboards. I think information should be blasted in real time, where people are traveling, even get a commercial.
Right.
I think,
but we got to go through. But who do we have to go through to get that approved and screened? You know what I'm saying? If we got to think about it's hard because the thing is, we don't have access to these places, and we have to go through said people that are already ignoring the shit.
Look, we got bombarded. We got bombarded by Black Lives Matter. It was so many commercials. They had murals everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
you know what that was about?
The Black man.
Not bigger than that. That was all about pulling money for the Democratic National Convention. Because if you notice, I noticed, and I had peeped this.
They had billboards. They had so much stuff, commercials and infomercials.
That was a sham. All of that was used as a backdrop to bring money to the Democratic Party. That was a sham. I figured that out in 2020 because I remember when they first posted the Black Lives Matter website, and I went on there, and the first thing I see is a brand about talking about affiliated or endorsed by the Democratic National Party. I said, oh, you got to be kidding me with this shit. It's very obvious that this is going to be used as a way for the Democratic Party to make money. That's why a lot of people are heated. That's why a lot of the right wingers are heated with Black Lives Matter, because they knew it was a fucking sham for the ones that they're connected. You got to remember, the right wingers know who's pulling the puppet strings. They know who's pulling the puppet
most of that monetary fiscal money came from Black women.
I don't believe so, because we don't even have the funds to do that. Not as much money as they pulled. They pulled in multi-millions of dollars. We don't have that much collectively as a group of women. That was from everybody. That's what I'm saying. That amount of money, we don't even have that collectively. So how would we be able to fund that solely? No, that don't even make sense.
Not funded solely, but a large contribution.
No, not at hundreds of millions of dollars. No, we don't have that much by ourselves. Hell no.
You know how much money Black women spend a year on hair products?
You mean natural hair products? They're going to be costly because we thrive off natural resources. Natural resources are more.
I'm talking about hair products, period. It's in the billions.
It's in the billions per year.
Mm-hmm.
Again, but still, that I know why that is, because it has to do with natural resources. And again, our hair is still a product of our being. Like, I don't understand why people are obsessed about that. To me, that's weird. Like, everybody else gets to take care of their hair, but when Black women want to do it, and we need, and the thing is, not unfortunately, our hair thrives off of natural resources, not the bullshit chemicals that you really see in the store. A lot of that shit has actually damaged our hair because it's not for our hair. But a lot of the products that are made now, yeah, they're much more expensive because they're using natural resources. They're using shea butter. They're using oil. All these natural raw materials that come from Africa that we don't have access to. So yeah, it's a little bit more costly for us. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not about to say anything about that at all. Raw material will always be more expensive than the cheap bullshit. And on top of that, why is it only Black women are the ones having statistics taken on how much we spend on our hair?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
I was just bringing it up about the money.
But still, how much money? I guarantee you it's probably twice as high for white women. I guarantee you, even with surgery, as much as people bitch and moan about the few Black women that have gotten BBLs, we know for the most part, Black women ain't getting BBLs like that. A lot of us are naturally thick and don't really need to do all that shit. Majority,
yeah, we work out.
Thank you. Majority of the BBLs are actually from for non-Black women.
It was called the Brazilian butt lift. They predicators of it.
Yeah, that's where it all started. Everybody they was flying overseas, and see, back then we were all broke, so all them asses that we had was us. And on top of that, people forget that the big butt was literally referred to as a ghetto booty. I remember when I was little, it was they was like, "Oh, you got a ghetto booty."
Mm-hmm. I don't even believe the statistic about Black women being so obese. I follow so many Black women workout videos. Like,
it's not true. You got to remember, a lot of those statistics are old data. Look at the date at some of those. Look at the date of some of the shit that they're talking about. It's like, what, 20 years, 30 years ago, 10 years ago.
Black women out here, we looking good.
They don't want to take statistics today. You notice that there haven't been any new statistics like since really like 2013 or 2014. And to me, that is suspicious as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I think because we're not doing bad enough. See, they like to take statistics when we're completely fucked up, but when we're doing a little too well, you notice the statistics stop. Oh, hold on, Rose James. If you can't stay silent, thank you. If they are trying to take away your rights and jobs, that's true, and that's ultimately what that can lead to. All these attacks against us are ultimately trying to deplete what little success we've gained, because they don't like it.
I mean, we could be silent to the bullshit. We could be silent to the BS and all the distractions. We can be silent. We can withdraw our money from their events. We don't have to support these people.
Yeah, that's saying, to me, that's staying silent. I'm not about to support. The thing is, this funny thing is, half the platforms that are popular, I don't support at all. I've never followed the Shade Room. Never followed the Shade Room. Never followed. In fact, I've actually called them out on IG. I've actually called them out on Instagram. Like, yo, like y'all are sham ass platforms with all the stuff that's going on with Black femicide. Y'all don't say a motherfucking thing. And I that's the thing. We got to start calling them out too in these comment sections. But the problem is,
you're gonna get blocked.
Thank you. Simple. For all we know, there could be Black women leaving comments over there, but they might be getting blocked or deleted altogether. And I really need some of us to be smart about that when we're going to other platforms.
Yeah, censorship.
Yeah.
Look what they did to Cynthia G.
Thank you. That's why some of these content creators that are getting on here being pissed off about what random Black women they don't even know are doing. They don't even know what they're doing. And it's like, at some point, a lot of y'all are starting to sound like the niggas. Where you just
I think they're running out of things to say. I think this is I think they're just running out.
They're on borrowed time. That's what I call it. But ain't nothing about to stop this train because it's either the truth is going to destroy them or they just going to fucking destroy themselves at this point. That's the brink that we're at this point. But yeah, let me get. Let me get back to the article real quick. Yeah, so she said she would later work to instill in me and my siblings the same sense of pride and solidarity. In fact, one of my earliest memories of encountering racism is that of the neighbor children commenting on how they could not watch a television program because the characters were Black. Oh, wow. Our mother's children, my sister and I, stood up and proudly declared that we too were Black. With eyes newly open to the Blackness in their midst, the children hurriedly left. See, that's what I'm saying. When everybody stands up, they can't say anything. But see, what if it was just the sister that stood up and he was on some dumb shit? It wouldn't gone that way. Let me see. So you can imagine my mother's surprise when I nearly broke Black solidarity following a conflict between two of my peers from school, one white and the other Black. Oh, so she got in his ass. Let's see.
Rose making a good point. I think we should sue YouTube.
Yes. Oh my God. I've been saying, yeah. I said everybody got to be sued. Everybody.
And then spread the wealth around.
Hello. And I'm going for more than that. I'm ultimately trying to get us the protection. I'm ultimately trying to get us protected, period. I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, last year, I think we should be a protected class. It should be a hate crime to accost us.
The same way they got for Jewish people.
Asians just got a bill passed.
Yeah, and you know how they got it, right?
Enlighten me.
They used a case involving a Black man punching and beating up on some Asian lady.
We got 1,000 of them cases.
That's what I'm saying. So they used Black men as a backdrop to get. They used Black men beating them up as a backdrop to getting it.
But like you said, we've tried everything. We even tried lobbyists. You think we have we put our money into some lobbyists? Lobbying? Have we done that yet?
Lobbying who though? That's the thing. Because
we gotta find somebody. We gotta find somebody.
I'm like, we can't just give our money to anybody. Because they gotta find somebody. That's the thing. Lobbying, and I'm not even too sure about that because I don't know I don't trust none of these politicians, especially not with my fucking money.
But they gotta do it because it's illegal to take money for political gain. So they gotta do it.
That's true. That is true. But that could backfire on us too and look like we're bribing it. You know, that's what I'm saying. The way they use
it goes, if they take it, they can't snitch.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
every corporation, whether it's mom and pop, do lobbying. Everybody, NRA, the national real estate people, they just got sued. They just lost a huge lawsuit.
And also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Everybody has their hand in the cookie jar. We just gotta bake us some cookies, ladies.
Exactly. And on top of that, this will also put it into context too. America was built off the rape of Black wombs.
Of course.
When we start thinking about it in that context, matter of fact, I think that could be, I wonder if that could be a basis for our protection. Because we can point to Black men can't do it anymore because we could show all the support that they've had. Us, on the other hand, don't have that. And ours has still been continuous. So we're eligible.
I think we got to just show some cookies. We got to bake us some cookies and see who wants some cookies. If we tried everything, let's try putting our money. Let's try buying our protection.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm all for it. It's just I'm very so distrustful of people in these positions of power. Like I would give whoever wrote that bill. That whoever just introduced that HR 6268 bill, in December, this past December 2023. I think her name is Omar Ilhan. I think I might be thinking of the wrong one, but hold on, let me find it again because I know I
see. You know, it was 112 Republicans who helped pass this bill. Without those, they would have it wouldn't have passed the foreign aid bill.
Mm-hmm.
All we need is 112 people, 100 senates. That's all we need. And see who want to take some cookies. And then when our bill go up the hill, you know that little, what's that? A bill go up the hill. That, you know, that little cartoon back in the day. Mm-hmm. When our bill go up the hill, it's gonna get through because they got cookies.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got a Valentine's Day. I got a late Valentine's Day gift. Let me stop the screen real quick because I just saw this just now.
Girl, it's April.
I know. That's why I said. I know. That's why I said a late. That's why I said a very late. Because look at the date.
Oh.
Look at what I just put on the screen.
Hope it ain't no April's Fools.
Not April. No, I said Valentine's. Late Valentine's. Look at the screen.
I'm looking. All I see is Rose James.
Wait, what? Hold on. Why is it not showing? Let me try this again.
And money is, if we get 1 million Black women to give $1, that's $1 million.
That's true. Alex, are you able to see? Because I'm trying to share my other screen and it's not showing.
We're gonna take that 1 million and give some cookies to some folks.
Hold on, I'm gonna come out and come back in real quick. 2 seconds.
And I'm supposed to be going on a date. I'm about to probably get ready. Supposed to be going bowling or something. I'm watching a Laker game. Denver whooping their butt.
The only thing I have to say is, like, well, we all know that no basketball.
Hey, I played it in college. I coached it. I like it. I only watch it every now and then, though. I'm watching the Lakers get whooped on right now.
All right, Alex, I just tried to share again. Are you able to see it or no? It says Reps Robin Kelly. It's Robin Kelly, Clark Watson. It's an article. I'm sharing it to StreamYard, but for some reason it's not. Oh, there it is. But yeah, this is a Cyber Dreams. That's what I said. This is a late Valentine's Day gift. Look at the release date.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what it says, right?
Mm-hmm.
So work is getting done.
Yeah, but then the people that are suppressing it are the people that's going to review it. We got to pay those people. Everybody else paying. You don't think them Asians paid somebody to get that bill passed? Come on, man.
I don't think they have to. The thing is, they actually have genuine connections.
Yeah, they got cities. They got.
Yeah, and
how did they get those connections? How did they get those connections, though?
But girl, wait. That's what I'm saying. They have their home countries. They have the connection of their home countries as well, especially if they were Chinese. Are you kidding me? All you have to do is you got to remember, all these women are connected to powerful societies. We are the only women that aren't.
Yeah, you got a point. I didn't even think that far.
And that's the problem. We don't. A lot of us don't. We get so caught up on just wanting to. Let's just do this. Let's do that.
So you're saying these American Asians, these Asians in the country of America, they classified as American Asians. So you're saying because China has they have a powerful country, and they're part of the the G25 or whatever it is, that strength that they have in China mitigated that bill being passed.
Yeah, you think for not just China. If it's Asian, it's a culmination of all the Asian parties. They don't look. They're not as they're tribalistic to a certain extent. But guess what? If America was to start wholesaling, allowing their people to get fucked up, it would be a problem.
Yeah, and China is a big in trade right now. So yeah.
And the U.S. is in debt to China. So yeah, when it comes to Asians, the United States is going to be very, very careful. Why do you think even with China, with all
we don't have nothing then? We ain't
remember
got
what happened with remember what happened with the COVID virus when it happened in the Wuhan lab and what was it? As soon as there started to be an uptick of Asian businesses, even having people weren't even buying from Asian businesses, and they were doing a whole bunch of commercials saying, "Don't allow COVID to make you a bigot. Shop at Asian restaurants." All this other shit. When I saw that, I said, "Oh, yeah, they
was mad at Trump because Trump was calling them out."
Basically,
Trump was calling Wuhan out, and they got rid of Trump.
And they got mad. Yep, they got rid of his ass because they like, hold on, we in debt to the United States is in debt to China.
What'd he say? This came from China. Why China didn't stop it? He had a point.
That's why I'm saying to me that was a setup, because I'm sorry, there's no way they don't know who in that lab. It's easy. They could look at who worked in that lab, who worked in certain areas. They could do all that. The thing is, America can't force China to do shit. What they gonna do? Say, yeah, what's America gonna go for? America can't force China to look within their own people. See, unfortunately, I feel like if that was black folks, they probably would have did some shit like that to try to appease the Americans.
They would have put us in a quarantine.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, but China, they're too big of a powerhouse. They ain't about to allow that shit to happen. And they have, remember, they're also a nuclear power as well. They don't fuck with areas that have nuclear power. Not too much. That's why America is very careful when it comes to China and Russia.
South Africa got a coup going on right now. You think if they win, we can never mind.
I'm waiting to see how that I'm waiting to see how that goes, because the thing is, it would have to take more than just that party, because if they get infiltrators or anything like that, it could literally go the way Haiti went.
But I follow these black women that live abroad.
Mm-hmm.
They have dual citizenship, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if we get dual citizenship and then with a powerful country? Maybe that can help us.
Well, no, that wouldn't, because that just means we just have another place that we can live at. Because you know how many ignorant ass black men have dual citizenship and they doing nothing but just traveling and being servants and going back and forth. No, because end of the day, they still have to beg to be in another man's system. So even with that dual strategy, for us, we would essentially have to have the protection of the men in that community, which is not going to go well with the women.
Damn. You see, I'm trying to, think about a lot of different things.
That's why I said, if black women are going to have black children, you better make sure that they understand your plight first. That's it. That's all it is. That's all black women that have black children have to do. Instill everything that you know about what's going on with black women, and you need to understand how important, and the kids need to understand how important it is to protect black women and girls. Until black society has that type of mentality, it will never get anywhere.
So forget about these grown people and just work on the kids then.
Well, kids and grown people that are still open. Like obviously grown people that are set in their ways, no. But those who actually want to hear or are open, yeah, of course. Anybody that's open, I feel like we should, not anybody, but.
I think Gen Z is pretty open
to
protecting black women. Because look at that guy who protected his mom at the what's that, hot dog stand place?
Oh yeah, and the newer, I'm not talking about the newer generation. It's a mix. It's like a lot of them that aren't with the bullshit, and a lot that are trying to follow in their absentee father's footsteps.
Yeah. Well, send that article, and it might take me about a month to get through it.
Yeah, because I know it's gonna take me. It's gonna take me a long time to get through it for sure.
And that would be something I would probably be pushing, this article.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to, iterate Claudia Jones when I get on panels, but it is what it is. I'm fighting an uphill battle. So you guys be safe, and then I'm about to go bowling or something. I'm about to go hang out.
All right, go have some fun.
Okay, bye-bye.
Later. Hey, Alex, you there? Alex, you still there? Uh-oh. Maybe he went to sleep on me. Alex, are you still there?
Hey, just
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. I almost thought you fell asleep on me.
hey, no, I had to do something real quick. But where'd the cyber go?
Oh, she had to get off. She was said she was gonna go bowling.
Oh, okay.
So so she said she had to go. But oh, so sorry. Are you hearing any feedback at all?
Oh, that's the TV. I'll mute.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know why I keep hearing. Yeah, I think there's so much when technology interacts with each other. But oh yeah, but yeah. Did you happen to see? Did you want me to continue on the from the paragraph for the black men who betray their race? At least just read through it. Some of it.
I think we can read some of it.
Yeah, we can end at the bottom of the page so it doesn't go too long if you have to go.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, it says right here, it says, oh, gotcha. I cannot remember what sparked the conflict, but I do remember, what I do remember is that all of my friends were beginning to divide along racial lines. Everyone expected me to pick a side as well, but I did not necessarily agree that what my white friend had done warranted such a response. While my mom had raised us to be proud of our race, she also raised us to be fair, outspoken, independent thinkers. So as the pressure mounted for both groups for me to publicly declare which side I was on, I knew that eventually I would have to weigh in. I decided that the next day at school, I would tell them my personal thoughts on the matter. I decided that the next day at school, I would tell them my personal thoughts on the matter. I could not wait to tell my mom how I was upholding the values she raised me with. I assumed that she would applaud my decision, but instead she expressed her concern at the thought that I might be perceived as breaking Black solidarity. And look at the quote. I don't want you to be a Clarence Thomas. And honestly, I don't know if you know, but Clarence Thomas is basically used as a backdrop of like cooning to the fullest. And on top of that, that dumbass sexually assaulted Anita Hill and got away with it. I assumed that she would applaud my decision. Oh, I'm sorry. Even though I had no real understanding of who Clarence Thomas was, from the context of our conversation, I understood fully what it was he had done. Further, I knew it was not that she did not want me to be a Clarence Thomas for the shame that it would reflect on her. Rather, her concern came from a place of fear over what might happen to me if I were labeled a race traitor. She didn't have to explain anything to me. Somehow her tone conveyed the sense of urgency and concern for my well-being. So what am I supposed to do? Not say anything, even if I disagree with what is going on? No, that is not what I'm saying. She reassured me. All I am saying is that you must find a way to disagree without throwing the other Black kids under the bus. You have to be cautious of how you word things, especially in front of white people, as some of them may try and use what you say as ammunition against your own people. Even she oh yeah, I wish I could speak to his mom. I wish I could speak to his mother. Alex, what do you think?
Wow, I think his mom raised him right.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's like she's not even, and she's coming at it from such an intellectual space. Like she's saying, "Hey, like I understand what you're saying." Like she comes from a place of saying, "Hey, I understand what you're saying, but we also have to go about preservation as well." Oh gosh, I think I'm completely screwing that word up. But yeah, oh, that's true. Lobbying is how the Jews and Asians have protection. Exactly. The Jews have both the Dems and the Republicans. Yep, in their pockets for sure. And again, we also have to remember that Jewish and Asian populations have also had external help. Black women have not had, unless we have to have external help as well, because if everybody's against us, nothing's going to happen. But yeah, lobbying, we have to be 100% behind the person that's lobbying for us, though. So, and we have to, the thing is, if we choose somebody to lobby, it would have to be somebody that truly cares for us, somebody that's really, really willing to put it on the line. Because not many have stayed in this fight for long. They tapped out and then turned right back against us, including the boys of of the Black community. So, but yeah. Oh, the next day I went to school, and I'm gonna get back to this. The next day I went to school and managed somehow to help my friends work toward a resolution without my ever having to pick a side or break Black solidarity. So he was able to basically point out, hey, look, right is wrong is wrong. This has nothing to do with race, but we understand what's going on. And I never forgot my mother's lesson. Shout out to his mom. Since then, I have continued to work very hard and not being perceived as a race traitor. I keep my opinions to myself mostly, but should a potential interracial conflict ever arise, I stay ready to handle myself with, I hope, the diplomacy of a seasoned politician. I have my mother to thank for this. But while this has undoubtedly spared me from the pain of reprisal, which comes from the territory of being a race traitor, it has left me wondering who exactly is this figure everyone despises so much and who my mother feared my becoming. Of course, this dynamic touches every person in some way, and in particular, Black men and women living in our divided American society. My experience with this thus far is valid. Now let us examine some others. So I'll stop there. And here's the exactly what Cyber was looking for, the contents page. So I'll remember it's page 18. Ooh, look at the chapters. What are the names of the chapters? Anyone stand out to you? Alex, can you hear me? If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
I'm still here.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, that
I was gonna say, do you see the chapters?
Yeah, I see it. Oh man. Ooh. All this is news to me.
Yeah, and the way, oh my gosh. And it's only a few pages. The chapters he has, it's only like a few pages, like 39 to 43, 43 to 45, like 3 or 4 pages here and there. So these are short chapters. Well, this is just from the patriotism part. The Patriotism and the Race Traders, Sutton E. Griggs, Imperium and in Imperio. I've never even heard of that. This is what I'm really curious about. Informants under slavery. And then right after that, informants after emancipation.
Wow. Wow. The only thing I have to say is wow.
Yep. And then you get to the third portion. It's called Double Agency and the Race Trader. Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man. I think that's a book. And look at the chapters. Defining tokenism. Who were the tokens? The token as Uncle Tom. Tokenism as racial treason. Oh my gosh.
What?
The token as double agent, the double agency of tokenism, Booker T. Washington's legacy of double agency.
What? Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. I did. This is all news to me.
Oh my gosh. It's so many chapters. And there's a fourth one. Look, Trauma and the Race Trader, Charles Bourdon's No Place to Be Somebody. Wow. Decompartmentalization and the Race Trader, Brothers and Keepers. Responsibility. Wow. The Crisis of the Black Public Intellectual. Oh my gosh. And I'm curious. Look at the end of it. The Race Trader comes full circle.
Oh man. I'm just introduced to a lot of stuff tonight. Oh man.
Yeah, hold on. Let me I'm definitely going to send this PDF for sure.
Okay. Everything that was mentioned tonight on about this is legitimately wow, just fascinating.
Yeah.
Hey Jacqueline Ellis, how are you?
Hey Jacqueline, I would say I think I've seen her before. It's been a long time, I believe. But yeah, how you doing, sweetie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, this is
I have a feeling my mind is going to I have a feeling my heart is going to explode with like pleasure after reading this.
True. I definitely want to read this now.
Sorry, I'm just sending this to Cyber Dreams real quick. Okay, perfect. But yeah, no, this shocked me for sure.
Hey, I'm starting to think what else I don't know about.
I'm telling you, the thing is, there's been so much that has been written on it, like not only by scholars but just individual people, that it would take years and years. Like, we're always going to be behind, unfortunately, because there has been so much that was ignored. And again, they do this all the time. People do this all the time when they try to suppress information and suppress the truth. And then you end up finding out 20 years later that it was true the whole time. The thing is that that's a money-making scheme too. The whole discovery of people, the whole discovery of like, you know, conspiracy theories and stuff like that. The thing is, they'll make it a conspiracy theory in the present because they have to pull through with it. They have to go through with it. And they don't want to stop. The thing is, they don't want these people to stop. If you look at, also, if you look into the octopus murders, look at the case of what happened to that man and how long he spent, and how much research he pursued. And that they ended up killing that man for it.
This is legitimately. This is legitimately. This is legitimately. I have no words right now.
Yeah. It's a lot. I know. It is. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm so curious for that Booker T. Washington chapter.
And you know, so am I. So am I. I'm real curious about it now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, it's only about 4 pages. I don't know if you have to go.
Oh, and the topic is about Black women hate speech must end, and everything that was taught and everything that you saw tonight, that everyone saw tonight is, well, we could add that into the conversation, can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, did you want me to show it, or you want me to wait till another live?
We have to do this next Saturday.
Okay.
And you know, every Saturday afterwards, I'll reschedule, you know, the lives that I do about the favorite anime on Sunday.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Anything you want to say before we close out, or
No, just that I'm happy that you let me on the panel, and I kind of feel a little bit bad because I feel like I took over your panel, but I just wanted to show you guys some information and, you know, just get your opinion on it, because I know a lot of people don't know about this stuff, so I like to share just whenever I can.
oh, okay, you're about to go live, or
No, I'm gonna log. If you that's the thing, I'll log. I can log off now if you're ready to go.
I think we can end here for today. You know, I want to thank you for coming, and I also want to thank Cyber Dreams, Rose, James, and Jacqueline Ellis. And Jacqueline, I apologize that, you know, that the replay is. I will keep this live up so you can see what happened during the live. But yeah, Asia, it was great talking to you, and I hope we can do this again.
Oh, absolutely, we will. You have a good night, Alex.
All right, you too. I want to again, I want to thank everyone for coming. Make sure to like, comment, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you're notified whenever I go live again. And until next time, love, peace, and happiness, and I'm out.